We are here celebrating our 2K TV wrap party, and we're going to head into the Triple Threat Park today with two members of Team 2K TV, Danny and John, and one community member, Ebans. Welcome back to 2K TV. We are so excited to have you on the show once again. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Thanks for having me back.
In Triple Threat, you can pick your card. So which card and player are you using today? Because this is going to be a good one.
I'm gonna be using Invincible LaMelo Ball. That's definitely my favorite card. This came out all year.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the New York Knicks up against the Chicago Bulls. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Highland in at the point guard position. And for New York, they've got Hart. Jalen Brunson out there at Bridges. Then there's Towns. And it's Smooth in at the 3 slot. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard, Jalen Brunson, these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Outside, White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that one drops.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Brunson scanning the floor. Shoots over Highland. The shot's good from Brunson.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Highland passes to White. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Buzelis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call as a foul.
First personal foul.
Chicago shooting 4 shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He's perfect from the line this time. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. White inside. Towns on him. And it's White missing.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Smooth. For the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
The beauty of Jalen Brunson, you can find him for 1 or 2, but we know he's always going to win the pass on time and on target.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Brunson the pass to Smooth. And again, it's New York.
Number 43
here, right out of the gate. Perfect.
10-6
from the floor.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Vucevic. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. A 3 ball. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And the basket is ready.
Well, it looked like the D was going to get to that shot, but what what a job he did to change his release
2
and get
minutes
the lane.
remaining in the first.
And
2
leads
minutes.
off the people about the Bulls. Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before.
Time to make some
Since he was in
noise for your
Chicago.
Knicks.
With that
City
players,
Dancers.
Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy
Let's
Butler.
hear it for your
The
Knicks
result
City
has
Dancers.
been there.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Collins kicks to Herter. The pass to Ball. Pocket 6.
Substitution on the court.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Taking a look at the Bulls. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic. Then it's Bones Highland. And it's White in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Smooth. Good, and as this goes to
23.
Smooth's got the lead for 7 out of 4. For Chicago, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Dosunmu, the pass to White. Just 5 to shoot. Bridges with some nice defense.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Smooth in the last game against the Nets was a man on a mission. He scored 20 points and he was a two-way player, causing the opponent headaches on offense and defense. Impressive games like the one he just had show why this team has been so successful coming out of the gate. We'll see if they can continue their early season success tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
He gets it again.
43.
It's a 9-point Knicks
Knicks
lead.
lead.
That was the
31.
first straight
22.
look the defense has allowed. Then the defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Vucevic finds Dosunmu. Back to Vucevic. Towns with the defensive effort. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
The defense must chase Karl Anthony Towns off that three-point line. This guy is such a great jump shooter.
We know Norris and Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs
2
ever.
minutes remaining in
But
the first
Kevin
half.
Flat
2
stated
minutes.
and called himself the best shooting big of all time. Has an argument
First
because
personal foul.
not only has she shot the ball incredibly well,
Substitution on
even
the
as
court.
his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Chris Boucher's checked in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Smooth. Here's the try.
Substitution
It's
on
New
the court.
York going into the break with
That's
a
the
10.
end of the first half with the score. The Knicks, 45. The Bulls, 35.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Smooth. And it's Towns. And at the center, filling out the middle. Hart, that's good.
That's a grit from Josh Hart. This guy can mix it up on the interior.
47,
Bulls 3 by
35.
12. Outside, White. Pass to Highland. The dish to Vucevic. And the rejection by Towns.
Tremendous work defensively from Towns. His teammates love to see him send that thing back.
Smooth. That's good.
43.
Times have we seen possession running back from them today, ending with the basket coming off a pretty pass.
Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Harlan. To the middle. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And now I'll send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins. Plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin is certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And
everything is dropping
56-37.
Second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's Highland. He can't get it to go. Brunson with some nice G.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all sides.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Chicago calls time. The ultimate blue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
A different look for New York. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby comes in for Smooth. And it's James Harden in for Bridges. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Dosunmu.
2 minutes remaining in the
And
third.
Ball subbed in for Highland. Ball with a wide open look. No good, unable to end this run. The Knicks leading by 21. Here's Harden. The shot's good. Harden's got 9 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Anunoby against Huerter. Outside Williams. It's rebounded by New York.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Hart kicks to Anunoby. .107 left here in the third quarter. Harden against White. Kicks it out to Harden. Three-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Chicago has gone 7-15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. White the pass to Ball. Outside Collins. Passes it to Huerter. Lets it go from 14. And the jumper is on the mark.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Substitution on the court.
Anthony Towns checked in for Robinson. Smooth comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in for Jalen Brunson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely violation. Vucevic checked in for Ball. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Osumu, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And Bones Island subbed in for White. So for Chicago right now, Buzelis out there with Vucevic. Then it's Ball. Then it's Bones Island. And it's Osumu in at the small forward position. First the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
The second team drops for Dosunmu.
Dosunmu. At the
all free throws good from Dosunmu. The Knicks lead by 17. Smooth, that's good.
Number 43.
Smooth's got 10 points in just the second inning.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by Anunoby. Goes up again. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he's surprised himself with the miss.
And Towns throws it down.
Moving with intent and purpose. The
Knicks
time
lead
finish by
67-46.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Harden against Ball. Over Harden. Offensive rebound. Vucevic misses in close. New York's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And that one good.
43. Knicks lead 69-46.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Island against Bridges. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And again, Chicago. No good. And so Harden will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Anunoby passes to Smooth. Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. Towns for 3. Oh, yes, he did. And that's been 5 down for him so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why
Knicks lead
they've been able to get
72-46.
Smooth passes to Bridges. That one goes in.
Mikal Bridges.
What's your take, guys? The hustle stats for the Knicks.
They've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
From downtown, the rebound by Dosunmu. Bulls shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Out to the right wing. Harden against Ball. Dosunmu's shot is off. And here are the Knicks. They've got a 12-2 run in progress.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New York.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Smooth.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
The pass to Harden. Here's Bridges. Inside. Smooth, that's good.
Number 43.
Saw the opportunity to put this away. You can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Dosunmu, shot's good.
Oh, Bones Highland with the pretty pass. That's the decision-making you want to see.
The clock now can just run out for the Knicks. Harden the pass to Smooth. Pulls up. Open jump shot off the mark.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but fans appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive.
There is something else seeing someone who knows what they're doing and dribbling with LaMelo like that.
How many ankles do you think you've taken this year? Hundreds? Thousands?
A lot, especially with the ankle breaker takeover.
When I'm out here playing, I feel like a lot of players use like PG. I do see Duncan a lot. What are some of the cards you see the community running with when you're out here playing?
A lot of Tim Duncan. I think he's one of the best level 40 rewards just because he had on every 6'11". A lot of people run Beasley, Gary Payton, those cards with the fast shots.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Gather around looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Roddy in at the power forward position. And for New York, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Smooth in at the 3. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
And Minnesota with possession here. The Knicks making their last shot. Pass to Robbie. Here's McDaniels.
Knicks foul. Number 43. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Robbie. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Good work there as he goes.
And a quick release from Dante there just in time so the defense had no shot at it.
Brunson against DiVincenzo. Brunson passes to Smooth. The shot comes out. McDaniels with some nice D. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, BA, isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
2 on the clock. Body, no good.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time he hits it.
Smooth shot is good.
Amazing just how trusted Brunson is with the basket.
Here's DiVincenzo. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Gobert. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Robbie. Anunoby covering. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting to squat. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Edwards, no good. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Smooth. Count that one. Smooth got his second bucket on the night.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Edwards against Bridges. Pass to Roddy. To the middle. Gobert. And some solid defense from Towns. New York leading by 6. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Smooth shot is good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
We talk about guys who can really guard. 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range. And he's relentless at defensive end of the floor.
So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Rockets, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Knicks are, they are steamrolling.
Substitution
stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
But we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set. But what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
We've got Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Smooth in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. Pass to Dillingham. With a step back. And too long on the shot. New York leading by 8. Towns, left side. Here's Smooth from outside the arc. And the Knicks, another 3.
And for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Knicks lead 29-18.
Outside Edwards. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Smooth. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
And Towns has got the ball here for the Knicks. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana. They'll face the Pacers. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Edwards for 3, fires in the triple. Edwards has got 6 points.
Oh boy, look at the quickness to create space. Edwards puts defenders right on their heels.
Count it.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting it in work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Shot is good by Edwards.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And here's Brunson from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Solid response from Brunson. I love how competitive this guy is.
Timberwolves trail by 12. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
My guy was smooth in their last game against the Bulls.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he was very efficient from the field, continuing what has been a solid stretch of games for him. Will we see more of the same here tonight? We'll see. Back to you.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue with the same fire and energy.
They want to see and make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And Minnesota calls time here. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
Practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
There's a minute 34 left in the first half. Pass to Hayes. Outside McDaniels. Over Hart. McDaniels can't hit. Knicks leading by 13. Brunson surveys. A minute 6 left in the second quarter. Good on the bucket. Brunson's got 9 points.
That's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He thrives in the mid-range.
DiVincenzo pass to Boston. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. New York has got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. Blocked! Hard against McDaniels. Pass to Roddy. Back to Daniels. Now here's DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Brunson. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. DiVincenzo's got his second basket on the night. Outside Brunson. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. And so it's New York in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back to our Turkey Day celebration of the NBA on 2K Sports. Timberwolves trail by 13. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then there's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Roddy in at the 4 spot. To the inside. Oh, he jams it straight down.
With a little zest that time, Anunoby unleashing that athleticism at the rim.
Everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough?
Next spot
has continued to look at every year and turn himself into a first-star NBA player.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Pass to Smooth. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Timberwolves trail by 15. Gobert with it. Back to DiVincenzo. No good. Good D by Brunson. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points.
So guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Robbie. Edwards against Bridges. Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now. Brunson with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Edwards looking it over. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Robbie. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3 seconds.
To limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
New York leading by 17. And here's Bridges. Lets it fly. And he drops out with it. Bridges has got 5.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 or 5 year shooting. Terrific start.
Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Edwards against Anunoby. And he banks in the layup. He has 7.
Good work from the interior. Anunoby is a smart player. He loves to capitalize down there.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allen. Thank you. Knocks down the long jam.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball here today.
Minnesota calls time here.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy. And I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring. And if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Josh Hart's checked in for New York. James Harden comes in for Bridges. Hayes is checked in for Minnesota. Boston comes in for Anthony Edwards. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Here's Boston. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To halt the run. Here's Hayes. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Robinson. Outside Harden. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hart. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Sometimes it's like a patient struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
To the paint. Here's Dillingham. The Knicks pull it in.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Robinson. Outside Hart. Second chance shot. The rebound by Shannon.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go from the wing. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He's a physical big, and Mitchell Robinson loves to finish like that.
Minnesota has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Shannon. Offensive board. Now Harden. Martin passes to Harden. No good. And so it's New York already at 26 points as this quarter ends. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back after this word. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. New York has gotten 7 of 8 three-pointers to go in this game. We've got Chris Boucher, and it's Beauchamp in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Clark covers. Here's Beauchamp. The rebound by Shannon. Well, the Timberwolves shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Tries again. The bank shot, no good.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Pass to McBride. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Hayes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Minnesota has possession. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Kicks it out to Clark. The 3 ball. Minnesota again missing. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling. They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Substitution.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Pass to DiVincenzo. Right side McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Shoots over Anunoby. Minnesota again missing.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Here's Smooth. Three-pointer. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to DiVincenzo. It's McDaniels on the wing. Fires the 3. And it's New York with a rebound. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Count it. Good.
And only 6 to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Robbie. The importance of getting your 2nd NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
Smooth. Pass to Towns. Off with the layup. Minnesota's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Knicks.
When you look at the stat sheet, it's impressive this wasn't a total blowout. Their offense was in top gear all night long.
I thought the same thing. I mean, the difference in field goal percentages is pretty shocking.
39.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both.
They have to be satisfied with this. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Smooth.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Smooth, the pass to Anunoby. It's Bridges on the wing. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Pass to Smooth. It's Bridges on the wing. Here's Smooth. From deep three-point land. And the miss. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Please
that about wraps it up for Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew. This is Brian Anderson signing off, and we'll see you.
Wow.
Ooh, now it's not comfortable.
This Paul George is moving too. Current level 40.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Look at those moves, man. 5. Finish.
Good take.
Big D. Big D, no threes.
No threes.
One corner.
Help.
Good
Yep.
stuff.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. OG Anunoby is out there with Smooth. Then there's Towns. Then it's Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point. And for Indiana, the perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is out there with Isaiah Jackson. And it's Halliburton in at the 1 spot. Hey, Clark, when you're on the road, what are some things that help bring teams closer together?
Well, one of the common things for all people is food. So gathering for dinner as teammates is one of those ways you can bond. Maybe taking in a movie, perhaps a comedy show. Anything that can lighten the pressure, what goes on the court, so that you get a chance to know each other as more than just teammates.
Here's Smooth. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Just 2 to shoot. Yes, that goes in.
43.
Here's Halliburton. I will go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Rick Carlisle.
Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. Can't let him out hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. Let's see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. So it's New York now. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Bridges. It's good.
Mikal Bridges.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Brunson against Halliburton. And the pass to Mathurin. A putback, and Mathurin is right there. Mathurin's got his second basket.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Number 43.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Here's Halliburton after the made shot from Smooth. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Smooth,
Number
that's
43.
good. Smooth's got 6.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Now Halliburton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him for his averaging almost 21 points a game. After exploding out of the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam thought he was a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Offensive rebound. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And the dunk by Towns.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride. That fella's got some big feet, too.
Now here's Jackson. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Anunoby. Good D by Siakam.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
2 minutes
Here's Jackson.
2 minutes.
Off target at the rim. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, they cruised to a
43.
win in these
3
teams'
points.
last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Scorching and torching offensively.
Timeout
They were able to
charge
get
to the
everything they
Pacers.
wanted.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby.
Time for your Indiana Pacers, everyone.
About
Let's get
45%
excited.
on quarter 3s
Indiana Patriots are turning the temperature up. Let's dance.
That's in addition to his elite defensive abilities.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Halliburton outside, down low, Shepard. That's good. And Halliburton with the assist.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Bassett. A minute 20 left in the first. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Neesmith. Can't hit from 12. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 16-7 run. McBride's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Halliburton. Can't hit from in close. McBride with the ball. Still yet to score. Pass to Hart. Out left to the wing. Passy, the pass to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding for the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's McBride. He gets that one.
Miles McBride.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And so it's the New York Knicks. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard. Here's Bridges. Following the steal by Indiana.
Substitution on the court.
Isaiah Jackson. He's checked in for Tubman. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Shepard. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Smooth checked in for Hart.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Smooth in the last game against the Timberwolves was terrific. He finished with 19 points, and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting in a high clip. And it's performances like that that have put his team on this hot streak. We'll see if they can keep it up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. Might force him to adjust.
Number 43.
Or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Siakam outside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Smooth.
Number
That's
43.
Good. Smooth's got 5 points now this quarter.
Mikal Bridges.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against Minnesota. Here's Nembhard. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for
number
them.
43.
Timeout. After that one.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Timeout called. The Pacers want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Aaron Neesmith is checked in for Siakam, and Halliburton subbed in for Andrew Miller.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special. And
Charles
they pulled
Bassey.
it off just right.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Hendricks. Still scoreless. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. Harden with it. Halliburton picks him up. Smooth. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Smooth's got 19 points.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now, here's Halliburton. A 17-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Smooth. New York's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Harden against Halliburton. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Here's Mathurin. A 17-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Halliburton. Robinson with the block. Here's the 3.
That's the end of the first half with the score.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And so it's New York having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one.
Checking in for the Knicks, number 43.
New York's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Here's Smooth. Bangs home the trifecta. Smooth's got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Siakam, high post. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that value
from Pascal Siakam.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Knicks ball.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Knicks, things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, there's the Pacers, just a few spots below there.
I think for the Pacers, they're placing themselves right among the league's top teams here in the early start. It doesn't look to me like they're in any danger of getting off to a slow start.
They've eliminated that possibility in my eyes. I mean, they've come together quickly, and I think they're going to be right in the playoff mix all season.
Passes it to Siakam. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Halliburton. No scoring in this one. Poked loose. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Mathurin. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And foul on the shot. They'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one is on Towns.
And battling against the interior of that.
Substitution on the court.
Bridges kicks to Anunoby. Here's Smooth. Neesmith covering. Here's Smooth. Misses the 3. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. They've got OG Anunoby. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Smooth. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The pass to Neesmith. Buries the easy one.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's Smooth. A shot
Number
good on the
43
assist by Brunson.
for 3.
Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Pass to Siakam. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Anunoby. The NBA has always been a scorer-driven league, Greg.
First personal foul.
That's reflected in team
Second
strategies
team foul.
now more than ever before.
At the line for the
all
Knicks.
over the league. Teams
Number
now
43.
building their
2
systems
shots.
around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Over in the corner, Mathurin. And he's good on the 3-ball.
All night, and he has. What a performance.
Brunson finds Anunoby. Here's Smooth. Neesmith covering. Here's Towns. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Nemhard. Anunoby sends it back. Over to the left wing. Passes to Smooth. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet. And
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Neesmith, it's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Anunoby, rebounded by Jackson.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. That's just against his constitution.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
By Matthew, helping him shake off the defense.
Back to Brunson. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Siakam passes to Jackson. It's Nembhard on the wing. Brunson covering. A shot by Nembhard, no good. New York leading by 23.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in down effect. And all around, you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season. And they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Smooth.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
To the paint, here's Towns. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Siakam kicks to Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. There's the line for Jackson. And Jackson throws it down low.
And although it outside the center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Halliburton against Brunson. 12 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Softly drops in the floater.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
So no problem for New York as they get the win.
That's the end of the game.
Victory for them. And Greg in enemy
Thank you once
territory.
again for coming out and showing your support tonight. Please